Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another Division video. In this video I'm going to be showing you, in my opinion, the best Predator's Mark build or setup, or however you want to say it. The only build that has been able to defeat me is a Nomad build, but the likes of Striker and other Predator builds are like, obviously if you run into a group of 4 Striker shotguns you're fucked, regardless on how you look at it. But in 1-on-1, 2-on-2, or 1-on-1, 1-on-2, I can win. I will post a link to a video of me actually using this build down in the description, so go check that out if you haven't already. Let's get on with the build. I've got 4100 firearms and 9002 stamina. Fucking 2. And obviously my skill power is shite. But 9000 stamina, in total I've got, obviously as you can read, 618,000 toughness. Right, we'll go on to the weapons. I'm running the house with 22% critical hit chance, 19.7k base damage, and I'm running, obviously don't have responsive unlocked, deadly and card counter. For those of you that don't know, card counter's talent. One half of the magazine does 20% increased damage. The half which deals increased damage flips after 15 seconds or when the magazine is empty. So, well, it's pretty much self-explanatory, I don't really need to go into it. My secondary, the lightweight M4, got 20% enemy armor damage, 16.3k base damage. Obviously I know it's low, but I don't use this for PvP. The main reason for it, obviously it's got vicious on, so meh. It's for determined. Killing a target reduces all skill cooldowns by 7.5%, which in my opinion is amazing. This is the most, in my opinion, for this patch 1.8, is the most OP talent. Obviously I know you've got responsive and fucking deadly and all that bollocks, but this, obviously with nobody running skill power anymore, because obviously if you run into the dark zone with a skill power build, you're fucked. Where this talent can get you your recovery link, your tactical link, etc. back really quickly. So I do recommend running it. And I run the Centurion, however the fuck you pronounce it. 21.9k base damage, expert and skilled, which I don't have unlocked. I'm only running it for, to be honest, I don't even know why I've got it on. My Predator's Mark chest piece has got 2003 armor, 1900 stamina rule, with exotic damage, resilience, health, and ammo capacity. And just so you all know, my mods are stamina mods with health. I do want stamina mods with crit hit chance, but I haven't actually come across any yet. My mask has got 1001 armor with a 1600 stamina rule, actually 4% critical hit chance and damage to elites. Not really too bothered about the damage to elites. My Predator's Mark knee pads, 1668 armor, a 1600 stamina rule with 9% critical hit damage. Now this is where some people do make mistakes. Where you can, you want to rule critical hit damage, critical hit chance. Obviously if you're running health here on the holster and the backpack, you're making a really big mistake with this build, so I do advise you to switch over. My backpack, 1334 armor with a 1600 stamina rule, critical hit damage again and ammo capacity. And again, just in case you don't believe us, stamina with health, first aid, self heals for the crack. Predator's Mark gloves, 993 armor, it's got a 1300 firearms rule. To be honest, I probably would have ruled it as stamina and just put firearms mods in, but it come with pistol damage and enemy armor damage, where obviously I wanted to change it, so I've now got critical hit chance 6%, 12% SMG damage and 9% skill haste. The skill haste I'm not too bothered about, I would have rather have had critical hit damage. But anyway, My Predator's Mark holster has 1001 armor, 1401 firearms rule, 1401 stamina rule, and a 1374 electronics rule. And obviously I rerolled critical hit chance. So the only thing I have health on is my Predator's Mark vest. And we're not done there. I go to character. I have, that's with my sidearm. It's not very good. I have 52.5% critical hit chance and 84% critical hit damage. Like I said, I would have preferred critical hit damage on my gloves, but deal with what I'm given. In fact, we get with how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it would be an extra 5% on top of that critical hit chance if I could get the crit chance stamina mod. I'm just haven't been so lucky. If we go into abilities, just to talk about this a second. Look at that, 702 seconds before you actually get this back once you've popped it. Running determined, I can get that back in less than 100 seconds, give or take, if there's enough AI. But I'll go into my talents. I run adrenaline. Medkits now give you 7 seconds of immunity from status effect. I do believe this is bugged because I've been put on the bleed before, popped a medkit and been put straight back on the bleed, so I don't believe this is working as it's meant to be. I also run critical save, use a medkit during low health to increase damage resistance by 20% for 10 seconds. This has saved my life more than none. Obviously a Predator's bleed is going to do 20% less damage, which, to be perfectly honest, I mean, an eye isn't a lot, but it can help, especially if you're waiting to get your medkit back. I run shrapnel. Applying bleed to any target triggers a 30% chance per each target in 10-meter radius, which again is absolutely brilliant. If you're running the Predator's build and not running this, you're stupid. I am kind of sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody, but I mean, I've put whole teams on bleed before, and obviously they're all wasting medkits. It's the purpose in this build. Make people waste medkits to the point where they've either got none or it's on cooldown and they've got next to no health left. And I run combat medic. You use a medkit near allies to heal the group members and proxies within 20 meters for 40%. If you're not running this, I mean, I see a lot of people running precision and one is none, which is good, but at the same time it's only a 50% chance. I wouldn't waste my time with it. And I see people run tactical advance. If you run this, especially if you're in a group of 4, you're not, like, compared to being solo, right? If you're solo, you've got 5 medkits. If you're running a group of 4 with this, you're running with 20 medkits. Because I don't know if anybody else runs exactly the same way. I could have an overheal if my group member is low and doesn't have a medkit available or any way to heal himself. I'll quickly pop a medkit for him, so obviously it heals him, and they'll do the same for me. So yeah, guys, I think that's it. If I have forgotten anything, please just comment down below and I will reply to you as soon as possible. Don't forget to check out me actually using this build so you can see exactly what it's like before you make any final judgments on it. Please like and subscribe this like this video and subscribe for future content. I'll see you all in the next one.